That match finished early, yeah. That is the.
We are live. Orange Army, go, 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 go. Finally, they have registered their first win in IPL 2023 after two big losses. Thanks to Rahul Tripathi, 74 of 48, and a blitz from Aiden Markram ensured that they have finally ended the jinx. Good chase. And Punjab take away Shikhar Dhawan's 99. The remainder just scored 44.
They never really had enough runs to play with, in all honesty. I know people might have gotten excited when you saw that SRH's opening pair failed once again. And I think that's consistently been a problem with them. Now this is their third different opening pair.
Yes.
They started with Mayank and Abhishek Sharma.
Yeah.
Last match it was Mayank and was it Anmol Preet Singh. And this time it was Mayank Agarwal and Harry Brook.
The only constant being Mayank Agarwal. The other three partners are rotating on a...
Every time basis, that's it.
Yes.
Per game basis.
Like what would you have in a typical Andhra thali? Different dishes at different times of the day, in that sense. And Rahul Tripathi, after a very slow start, he was 10 of 16, I remember, of one stage.
Yeah.
And he found somebody, Mohit Rathi, 21 runs in 1 over. The game changed, 47 of 36. Sunrisers Hyderabad were determined to ensure that it was a thriller. Luckily, Rahul Tripathi had other ideas. And after the high, the peak, the crescendo of the first game, we have this rather one-sided win, 8-wicket win.
Yeah, I mean, because whichever way you look at it, as I said, whatever hope people had that you might have a thriller once the first 2 wickets fell, was false hope.
But we'll discuss two things today. Number one is Shikhar Dhawan. That is the main point of this post-match presentation. Then second, if you have to look at it, that fragile middle order, you may say, of Punjab Kings. Because those two seem to be the only issue. If Punjab Kings are to be a top 4 team, I think the middle order seems to be an issue. We'll come to that later. But Shikhar Dhawan, let us first focus on him. We had mentioned in the headline that he is the lone warrior. Because as I said, 99 and the rest contributed only 44. And then with the captaincy, I think he had too few runs to play with. As we saw, the pitch was an absolute belter. It only shows that the Punjab Kings players played very rash shots. Now, Dhawan with the bat, I think I would rate him 10 out of 10 for that. But Dhawan as captain today, Shane, what would you rate him?
See, I don't think you can blame too much really of the second innings on Dhawan. They just, I don't think, had enough runs to play with. And it's not like he wasn't trying. I mean, to be fair, one of the things with Dhawan which I've noticed through this IPL is that he'll kind of shuffle through bowling. He doesn't like to let the batsman settle. He'll, vary, change up his bowling. There's plenty of bowling changes throughout. I think he was trying a lot of that today. It just wasn't coming off. And truth be told, I think it was because of the situation. See, Sunrisers knew they needed one good partnership to win. 144 to win is not a lot. So after that, the game was always an uphill task from there. They needed maybe 2-3 early wickets, similar to what say Sunrisers did to Punjab. Punjab had to inflict similar damage, then this would have been a contest.
Forget this. How was Rinku Singh today?
Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Can't get enough of the man.
How many times have you seen the highlights?
I haven't yet because there's been so much going on. Once I'm home, then I'll sit and watch them.
What were you doing, Alan?
I mean, there was digital stuff going on as well.
What? Tell us.
So I did earlier, there was something on Vijay Shankar. I've done a similar one, or will do a similar one rather on Rinku. Couple of football things also I want to do because just before we in fact kind of went this thing, Arsenal, Liverpool finished 2-all.
Liverpool equalized in the 86th minute.
And by the way, they could have won this 3-2. They missed a penalty.
Yes, and it was
Mo
Salah.
It was Mo Salah. Skied it.
No,
was it Mo Salah?
it was Mo Salah. I saw the penalty being made. Put it wide. Dragged it wide.
So
but I must say, Ramsdale saved the day for Arsenal. 2 crazy saves. Crazy, and one coming in additional time. So, as it turns out, City have a game in hand. They've played 29. Arsenal have played 30. They are on 63. And
6-point difference.
there is a 6-point difference, but City have a game in hand. So, if you think, let's say
3-point difference.
3-point difference,
3-point difference, and City and Arsenal are yet to play their second game of the season
at the Etihad.
at City's home ground. So very well could be that this point advantage won't last long.
And I think 8 games still to go.
More than that,
8.
8 games.
Because
Yes,
Arsenal played
30. Yeah.
So 8 games to go. That's a long time.
But
Anything can
could
happen.
this be the second time in the history of the Premier League that the league gets decided on goal difference?
Mind you, the first time it happened, then also City were
That's a long way away. Goal difference you'll talk if you're sitting on the 37th game
or 38.
and they're tied, and then you're deciding that tomorrow is the last game, what happens, goal difference. It's 8 matches. For all you know, there could be a 6-7 point difference between the first and the second.
Yeah.
That's quite possible. I mean, goal difference talk will only come last.
Even towards the end, I mean, after Rinku Singh, there are a lot of things that are happening. For example, the 21-year-old Priyanshu Rajawat, he's won the Orleans Masters.
Oh.
There will be a profile video of him that'll be up shortly on Sports Today. Then the chess championship happened, the first game today. Ding Liren versus Jan Nepomniachtchi.
I want to know, is the Shane reel up on our Insta handle or not?
I think Shivam was working on that edit.
It's on?
That's all? No.
It will be uploaded. Tonight?
Any moment he is.
In 15 minutes. So by the time we are done with our show, you will see that our reel on the celebrations that Shane did after the fantastic victory by Kolkata Knight Riders.
7 jumps to glory.
And there's a much awaited speech from the former president of the United States also coming up.
Let's hear that before we dive into the SRL. Since, just to remind you, if you're joining us now, Shane had promised.
I had promised a Donald Trump impression, and not just any Donald Trump impression. I would give you the match report of Kolkata versus Gujarat
Kolkata
Titans.
Gujarat, or you want to do SRH Punjab? You prepared for Kolkata Gujarat?
I haven't prepared for either, but I mean, I could do both. I'm okay with either. Give it a minute on
Go
both.
with the
KKR GT for me.
Acha, chalo. By public demand.
By public demand.
Kolkata Knight Riders versus Gujarat Titans. If Donald Trump, who's in a bit of a soup right now,
Yeah, more than a bit.
if he was watching that game in the stadium where he gave the speech,
That speech.
So his impersonation we'll see.
Sushin Tendolkar.
Vivekamundan.
Yeah, Swami Vivekamundan. With the expression, mind.
Go ahead, that the camera is yours. Match report, Donald Trump doing it exclusively on Sports Today.
Oh my God, folks! What have we just witnessed? I am telling you, these Knight Rider boys, they're doing so much winning. It's like they should be called the Donald Trump Knight Riders. So much winning, folks, so much winning. Although I have to be honest with you folks, I have to be honest with all of you, I didn't think they were winning it. Not a chance. No. I had a better chance of winning that rigged election of 2020. It was rigged, folks. We all know it was rigged. We know very well it was rigged. But we saw a storm of sixes. Speaking of storms, I have a big storm which I probably shouldn't be talking about. Shh. We saw a storm of sixes, folks, from Mr. Rinku Singh. Amazing, amazing. I love that guy. I've always known he had something, but I really wanted to tell. What's that guy's name with the weird hair? Andre Russell? I want to tell him you're fired. You are fired, my friend, for playing that irresponsibly. Come on now, come on. I can't believe you're doing that, my friend. No. But that Rashid Khan, he was amazing. Really, really good. Love that man to death. Oh, I shouldn't be talking about death. I don't want to die. But
Yash Dayal, what'd you make of it? Ex-President Trump.
Yush Duyal, well, I don't know. I think he's a bit like Joe Biden. I think he's finished. His career is finished. I don't like that guy at all. What was he doing? I would have bowled better than him with one bad knee and 2 bad elbows.
Very well done.
Well done, Mr. Shane.
Fantastic. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Brilliant. Brilliant. You have an alternate career.
As a comedian or a...
Or Donald Trump impersonation.
Need to get the wig.
As a duplicate.
Need to get the
There
wig.
are so many guys who made a living
Yeah.
being Sachin's duplicate, Amitabh Bachchan's duplicate, Rajnikant's duplicate, like that. You could make it.
Donald Duck inverted.
It's Donald Trump.
It's Donald Trump. Indeed.
Okay, getting back to the game. Honestly, when we were here at the mid innings, all of us picked SRH to win.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Shivam, please also open the points table. I want to see how much of a difference is made to their net run rate, because they were languishing at the bottom, having lost just 2 games. But obviously, because of their net run rate, which is so bad, that Delhi, who had even lost 3, were ahead of them. But guess what? We will have it up shortly. But yeah, before we get into the points table, we were all confident that SRH is going to win. But when the innings started, there was a period when Chahar was bowling, especially. In fact, both the spinners, when they were bowling, the ball was turning, it was gripping, it looked almost next to impossible for the batsman to get going. Were any one of you worried it's going to be a close game? Because I was listening to the commentary panel, they thought it's going to be a very close encounter. It wasn't, but at the time.
Sunrisers Hyderabad tried their utmost to make it a thriller. They really tried.
But it was only a brief period then.
47 of 36 it was still very much game on, 50-50.
It's easy in IPL,
But,
47-36.
But the unfortunate thing with Punjab Kings was that they didn't have a very experienced bowling lineup today.
Yeah, which we
And-
pointed out.
Mohit Rathi, 30 years old, making his IPL debut today. He got tonked for 21 runs by Rahul Tripathi, and that was it. The pressure was released. Easy win towards the end.
47 of 36, there was no pressure.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
with
I
8
agree.
wickets. Not
Also
with
on
8
this
wickets in
batting track,
hand.
yeah.
Not with 8 wickets
Also
in
on
hand.
this track.
Yeah. It was 50-50.
Well, it becomes difficult to bat
Sunrisers tried to
No,
make
it was
a thriller.
tough. It was tough to bat on. As I said, when Rahul Chahar was batting, both Mayank and Rahul Tripathi. In fact, when I looked at Rahul Tripathi at the time, I didn't think it will be a knock that he's played. Under the circumstances, after that initial couple of overs, almost it seemed like he couldn't get back to ball.
Yeah.
And in fact, even Mayank Agarwal was struggling at the time. So I thought maybe now the pitch is going to grip. Run rate had gone to about 8.5, which was manageable. But I thought maybe if they were to lose 2 or 3 wickets from there on, could have been tough. And because Sunrisers had been losing a lot of wickets, it could have been. But from there on, the inning, in fact, now I'll rate this Rahul Tripathi inning very high.
Yeah.
Yes.
From that situation, after that, and see, this is where you judge a batsman, and now my respect for him has gone up, because it's quite easy to get out in that situation. What happens is you come with a reputation. So Rahul Tripathi has come with a reputation. We all know that he can tonk it. He is an aggressive batsman who bats, who has a habit of batting a very high strike rate and being a dominant player. Yes, he can get out cheaply, but he's more often than not the dominant batsman, whether he's opening number 1, number 2, wherever. Today, he was going less than run a ball for the good, I think, 12, 13, 15 balls to begin with.
10 of 16 he was.
That's when what you do, you slog, you get out. Majority of the time, because your ego takes over, or your muscle memory goes to the kind of batsman that I am, it will take over, you will make a mistake. Very rarely will you find batsmen come back from that sort of a situation and finish on the high that he did. In those conditions, I thought it got tougher to bat on this pitch. So from there on, to have readjusted, realigned himself or his batting style to the situation, consolidated, and then of course when the pressure was kind of off and when he got the ball that he wanted or the bowling that he wanted, he then accelerated. So a mature inning, and that's what you expect. I think the one criticism that has gone against Rahul Tripathi, that he's very talented, he bat aggressively, but where's that maturity? I think he showed that today. Maybe it helped that he had the captain on the other end, who was also a mature head on the shoulder. So I don't know. I was kind of at that time thought it'd be a close game, wasn't?
It was, but then if you looked at the dynamics in this pitch, the player who got in, he couldn't start well. Because there was something for the bowlers. If the line was good, he couldn't take it off the square. So starting was a problem, and Harry Brook felt the pressure yet again. 13 or 14. Brook is a kind of player, he believes in a good start. If he doesn't get that good start, now some cracks are beginning to appear in that, you may say, Superman image of Harry Brook. If he doesn't get a good start, he gets bogged down.
No, but now he's at 3 innings.
3 innings.
I don't know.
And 3 innings,
And this
same
was,
mistake.
I think, his highest score today, 13 or
Yeah,
whatever.
but also like, okay, got a few 4. Eventually, see, best chance for him to get a big total today.
Yeah.
Correct.
Under his belt, get that
Yeah.
confidence. But I don't know.
And,
Patience gonna run out.
He wasn't up against a very, very good bowling attack also.
No, whatever.
No
I'm just
scoreboard
saying.
pressure, not the most challenging bowling attack. You're going to face stiffer challenges going forward.
Which is why you looked at both the innings. Which batsman hung in, and only after that it became easier. As the ball got softer, it became easier to bat. Shikhar Dhawan. Here, Rahul Tripathi weathered the early new ball pressure that was there. 10 or 16, he was striking at less than 75 at one point in time. But he hung in, got the opportunity, and then he accelerated. So this was a antithesis of a IPL pitch, if you may say. An IPL pitch, normally what it happens, starts well, aggressively. As the ball gets softer, run scoring becomes difficult. Here, it was the other way around. With the new ball, it's slightly tougher, but after that, it becomes easier to bat.
Just on, we're talking about Harry Brook. Uday Aditya says Brook's weakness is spin and he needs time to settle in Indian pitches, so better to face off fast bowling. But today he got that chance to face that fast bowling, but hasn't made most of it. And remember, they've got good enough foreign talent in their on their bench, right? SRH. I mean, there could be a situation where you're balancing out of what to play and when to play, and they've given him a chance basically based on the kind of reputation that he comes up with. But I mean, this is a league where even stalwarts sometimes are made to sit out, right?
Yeah.
And since we're talking about SRH, not too long ago, David Warner was asked to sit out, even though he was captain. So in that sense, Harry Brook maybe an inning or two. Otherwise, I'm going to have a rethink on whether he should play or not. So crucial few games coming up for him.
Absolutely. Because obviously, I think what we've seen of him so far, 2 things he had which were going for him. One, a lot of those pitch knocks, good knocks, came in Pakistan where we know they produce runs. Okay, let's take aside the fact that, he did have some good knocks in the ICC World Cup.
Yeah.
But after that, the thing with these new players is, because you haven't quite seen them play as much, you maybe won't be able to dissect their strengths and weaknesses. Now you can tell with Brook, spin can be a bit of a problem. A tricky track can be a bit of a problem, and it's something he can overcome. He's young, but better to face the challenge now than face it 4 years down the line.
No, I thought it was good to have sent him as an opener today.
Yeah.
At least they tried to ensure that he gets back into form, plays to his strengths, that is fast bowling. But still, that's why I said you get these opportunities not very often, and if you have, you got to make most of it. Just go to the points table, Shivam. Yeah, I just wanted to see they were last Sunrisers. And what is that 1 win done to them? So they've moved up 2 spots now, okay, to number 8. Yeah, Sunrisers are number 8. 3 matches, 1 win, 2 losses. But the one thing that I wanted to see was the net run rate. And there now they are being like clearly the worse off. They're second worse off now.
Yeah, behind Delhi Capitals.
After Delhi Capitals. So they're at minus 1.502. But I think it's made a huge difference. They were almost a 1, sort of a difference. They were 2.5 or something.
2.8.
738, something like that.
So
Plus
2.8 now minus
So
1.2.
1.2 is the kind of difference.
Yes.
Could they have, that's interesting. So anyway, they are early days. So now, I mean, they would need another win like this, and then they'd be within the pack, I guess. The chasing pack, at least they can consider themselves being there. But things are, just go back, how many balls to go before they...
They needed about 14 balls. 14 balls to go, and...
Could they have finished the game early?
No, not
I
really.
think Tripathi tried his best.
No, because they started, the match started, and by the way, this was a pretty early end to the innings also.
Yeah.
So
8 overs, they were 43. The start at the top ensured that maybe by 16, 17 over only.
But could you have risked yourself? I think first they needed to ensure a win. I think that would have been the diktat, right?
Correct.
Just go ensure yourself a win. Once you're in a position, okay, that win is going to come, then accelerate.
absolutely, because it's not like they are, 5th challenging for top 2.
Yeah.
They were last trying to get back into the race. So first thing, win. focus on net run rate and stuff when you have enough points on the board, which they don't right now. First ones today, in fact. So yeah.
Yep.
I would think so. Yeah.
Maybe off by 1-2 overs, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, even I thought that once they got into that position of strength, could have finished it maybe over or two earlier, slightly, could have.
Yeah.
In ideal scenario, I mean, they'll take this, of course. But in an ideal scenario, they could have finished it an over or two better. Might come into play later, but the good thing is because it's the start of the season. Still plenty of games to go. And I think more than the run rate, you just want to concentrate on victories. You could be in a position then to settle down. What positives for Sunrisers then?
Finally, their bowling clicked. First positive. Getting in Jansen has added a very different dimension.
Correct.
I don't know why they weren't bringing him on. And Markandeya.
Mayank Markandeya. Finally, 4 years in the wilderness. Finally gets a game and takes 4 wickets. Although not that old, I think he seems to have lost a bit of that rip or that fizz because he's now bowling with a slightly open-chested action. First he was like totally, he would contort a bit more. Now slightly more conventional. But that contort, what would happen is it would give in a very fizzing googly. Remember that ball to Mahendra Singh Dhoni?
Yeah.
He was clueless about it.
Googly was good today though.
Exactly, very, the point that I was trying to make, that yes, the two Googlies, I think both fetched him wickets. Yes, of course, you could argue that one was that of Rahul Chahar, but the other one wasn't. The other one was a proper batter. So yeah, he were very, well in control of his googly today.
Yeah.
So that is one major...
and Jansen has to play.
He has to play, yes.
Jansen, I remember even earlier on when we were discussing, I remember first match I think he wasn't available. Thereafter he was available and I'm like, he has to walk into the 11. Like Fazalak is good, but he's not Jansen.
Go down, Shivam, just on the scorecard 1 second. So, just looking at the batting that was remaining, they had Klaasen today, came in, Washington Sundar, Jansen can bat, Bhuvneshwar, Markandeya, Umran. They didn't make the substitute, right?
They wouldn't have needed to, I think.
But I'm just saying, if they did, then Abhishek Sharma would have come in?
Yeah, quite possibly.
Him or somebody else?
Him or maybe like last match they played Anmol Preet, so maybe one of them.
Yeah. I don't think they made any substitute today. But
No, I'm saying if need be.
If need be, those would be the options while they're batting. Abhishek or Anmol Preet.
So anyway, their opening thing is not sorted with bringing Harry Brook in. So I don't know whether they'll go back to Abhishek or they can. I think they'll continue with this at least for another game. No, I mean, despite the fact that Harry Brook didn't really fire today, neither has, by the way, Mayank fired this entire season.
Yes.
But I think they may still go with this option. If that doesn't work, then go back to Abhishek. I don't know what they're going to do.
To be fair, they've tried 3 different pairs already. I think them and KKR are the 2 worst teams.
Mayank and Abhishek.
Mayank and Abhishek Sharma. Next match it was Mayank and Anmol Preet. And then now this match, Mayank and Harry Brook. The only common denominator has been Mayank. Otherwise, he's come out to bat with. Otherwise, he's had 3 different partners in 3 different matches.
Exactly. Oof. Yeah, that is the major weakness that Sunrisers have, and that's why kind of we didn't put them in that top 4 thing because they're opening. Every single time, even their middle order seems to be a bit wobbly. If Rahul Tripathi doesn't fire, then that middle order is very, very wobbly. You saw in the game against Lucknow Super Giants.
Yeah, Carlson is good. Love me some Carlson. By the way, we've been repeating those so many times. He legit at times goes to call what's his name? Arshdeep.
Anmol Preet.
No,
Please, they've mentioned it so many times. You know who to blame if I make that mistake next time.
Okay, so repeating. Klaasen, Arshdeep.
Yeah.
Klaasen,
Arshdeep. No shame, no.
Akshardeep.
let's take a few questions.
Yes.
Yeah, there are some questions. Right.
Yeah, let's.
Wow.
Okay, bus. Anyway. Raj Gupta says Das Gupta, DC should play Phil Salt and Rabada for Punjab Kings.
Should play. I didn't see DC for Phil Salt. Where do you slot him then in place of Riley?
You can't take out Warner,
Riley,
you can't take out Paul, you can't take out
Warner really.
You can't, come on.
Sunrisers did it.
You're talking about somebody who's in the running for the orange cap.
But
That's not what you're
Riley?
for. Yeah.
But Riley probably is one of the better Yeah, I think Riley would be the only other option.
Then
Because I wouldn't drop Robman.
Then Abhishek Porel only as a specialist batter.
You know, even Porel's spot is hardly assured at this point. Although the other options they have aren't great either. I don't think playing Phil Salt will help that much.
Yeah, because right now again, and Salt will not come right up the order. Right now, where Delhi are struggling is that you need runs right up top. So maybe a change that Delhi could look at the moment is maybe bringing in a Yash Dhul, who was, by the way, your highest run getter in the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy.
Riding the bench here.
Last year also didn't get a game. This time around, you sent him back to the domestic circuit. He turned out to be the highest run getter at the S-Mat. Still doesn't get a chance. Prithvi Shaw's been misfiring. What else does the guy do?
Okay. Sona Ghosh is asking you a question. Siddharth, can you explain how KKR net run rate down after winning today?
Have seen teams and are going after winning.
That does happen sometimes.
It does happen because I think you already conceded a total. If you had chased it quicker, not in the last ball, then perhaps.
But if you won, you should be in the positive, right? Whatever little, how can it be negative?
I think it doesn't work that way. The earlier matches, if you look at it, it's a very complicated equation. Number of runs scored divided by the number of overs that you have bowled. Again, there is another division which is the opposition, how much ever they have scored divided by the number of overs. Very, very complicated.
Actually, I think the thing was that here both matches went down to the final
ball. See, KKR probably that 7-run DLS loss has hurt them. That is why their NRR couldn't get that significant boost. And because 204 they already conceded, chasing it down the last one, losing 7 wickets. Also kind of plays a factor in the NRR.
Yeah, actually, because otherwise if you look at that win against RCB, that should have been an NRR boosting victory. But otherwise the one win they've had was close, one loss they had was close. So it's not probably worked out as well in that regard.
By the way, I just think man of the match is Shikhar Dhawan.
Yes.
Not Rahul Tripathi.
No, Shekhar gets the man of the match.
Come on. I don't agree with that. Most runs shouldn't qualify you for the man of the match award. Then don't have a panel. The one who gets the maximum runs. I think the winning knock has to be, and I think clearly it was Rahul Tripathi's knock.
That is why the previous match Rinku Singh was named the player of the match rather than Venkatesh Iyer.
And
Impact.
And also, if I remember correctly, one of CSK's matches, I think Jadeja got man of the match despite.
Yes. That's why Ruturaj.
MI.
Yes, correct. Yesterday only. I mean, if you wanted to go, then it should have been Rahane. But Jadeja got the man of the match.
Yeah.
So it's not like they don't,
I don't know. Okay, let's have a poll.
Even RCB's first match, I remember, even though I think Kohli was the highest run getter, Faf got it.
Better strike rate.
Yeah,
that's
and
okay.
then captaincy also.
Put a poll in, please, Shivam. Who deserved the man of the match? Were Shikhar Dhawan for his 99 or Rahul Tripathi for his how many? 74. Just put that. Let's see. Everyone's watching us, our subscribers. They'll get to vote in. We'll have a vote in here. I have voted for Rahul Tripathi clearly. I'm going to go for more of an impact. As I said, there was a situation in the game where it could have been tricky, but he's taken you through in you'd say reasonably quick pace and helped your run rate cut down by 1.2, which is great. So I'd give it to him. Well, let's go across the room.
Tripathi, 110%. No way you're giving it to Dhawan, who's played a 99 on a losing end.
Yeah.
Same, Rahul Tripathi, considering the situation, 8 overs, only 43 for 2, stabilizing that, weathering the tough period, then accelerating and ensuring SRH got the boost.
Same, I don't think I have any reason to disagree.
Man, well, very rarely do all four of us agree.
To be fair, we all did call SRH would win the game. Yeah. That happened.
But that was like a...
No, before the game also. No, before the game we didn't.
No,
really. No,
it was like mid-innings. And I think that was like really going against the tide if you had to pick. No, that was
Punjab
like a big
games.
gamble. Do it. So that, that yes. But yeah, maybe then it is a clear cut man of the match. And if all of us have picked only one, I don't know. What did Adam Markram say? Just go down about Rahul Tripathi. I want to read. So he says that.
You want me to read it?
No. on Markande replacing Rashid.
Yeah, because they had to
okay.
drop the foreign player, no?
It's not a nice move to make, but I'm super happy for Markande. He bowled really well tonight. He has a lot of heart about him. On Rahul Tripathi, he says he's only a couple of balls away from something special, and he showed his class tonight. It's easy with Rahul at the other end. Great franchise to be a part of, and it's our first win of the season. It means a lot. Yeah, okay. So that was also interesting how they went with only three. They went with three, is it? Overseas
players, yeah.
So then the substitute could have been an overseas player. Do they have a batter there?
Batter, I will have to check because we didn't go through their subs pre-game.
Yeah.
Could.
We can check. Can we just go to the full commentary, Shivam, and just check?
That's okay. I'll check it here. No problem.
Okay.
I'll check it here. Let me see what our poll is saying. Quick results.
So, yeah, I mean, what was the impact sub? Because we had gone 1 hour discussing, waxing lyrical about Rinku Singh. So, that's why. Very, very.
Please, Shivam.
Yes, sir.
I want to see the poll result.
Wait, sir.
Oh, poll is not done. Can you just
Yeah.
input it?
It's up now. So, go to full commentary and then just check at the beginning.
Let us please take comments.
Yeah.
Shivam.
So, comments, please.
Comments.
Okay. So Shubham Garg is saying the battle of two 3D players in World Cup year got overshadowed by Rinku. Did you guys see SRK tweet? Don't remember such tweet from him for anything.
Yeah. I have a video coming on that. Was that some of the best reactions we got? Shahrukh posted a picture of the Pathan poster, superimposed Rinku Singh's face over his own. I was very complimentary. And by the way, there's another video which I think.
Nice.
Yes, there's another nice video which they had put out earlier. I think where Shah Rukh Khan was talking to the players in the dressing room, and he basically just called Rinku Singh as Rinku, you're like my son. I think Rinku is someone who's very popular in the dressing room. Comes across as that sort of a character.
Yep.
In fact, last game also he was leading the song. Poor guy, the song was in English. They're sending him to English. How am I supposed to lead it?
Rinku.
Okay.
Poll
We got a
complete?
few votes. Rahul Tripathi leading there. Yeah.
I think we'll have to.
You finished the poll?
Exactly.
Why did you finish it? Yeah, you finished it.
It did
Polls
finish.
finished.
That's what I'm saying. Just have a.
I'll-
No. Don't end the poll. Please put a fresh one. Shane, just please go
I'll
up to
help
there
him.
and just
I'll help him.
fix
Actually,
that.
live stream.
Yeah.
Mic is wound up. Well done.
No. From there. Hold it from there. From that side.
No, it's actually really tied up.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah.
No, it's not Shane. Hold it from there.
Okay. No, now it's really wrapped. My arm is
Shane,
falling.
bring it
Now
out
I'll
from
hold
here and hold it from here.
This is a different reel.
What? Mic issues today?
So this is a very
Please.
weird situation that we have got.
The poll is up. The new poll is up.
Nikhil is trying his best to untie Shane, and here I am holding Nikhil's mic so that it doesn't go into smithereens.
Where's your mic?
And
Thank
the
you.
mic, I'm holding it right here for him.
No, your mic.
My mic is
Oh,
right
it's in your
here.
pocket. I think I'll put this in a less complicated way.
Exactly.
We put the poll again.
Yep. Rahul Tripathi leading at this point in time. So
Apologies.
for that naughty situation. KNOTTY. Yeah.
Naughty.
Okay, fine. Now, can you come out of the poll? We'll check it later. But, can I take some comments, Shivam? Just stop somewhere. Yes. Just stop there. Anywhere. Just stop. Shona Ghosh says all credit to Rinku, but don't think ever a bowler bowled 3 full tosses of 5 sixes. He hates. Still very good, but that was the worst last over I have seen. Sonak, I agree with you. I don't want to be harsh on Yash Dayal. I mean, it can happen to any bowler, but honestly, it wasn't a great over.
Yeah.
Full tosses and then half volleys, trying to bowl the slower one. It was just I mean, asking to be slaughtered. I mean, that is the kind of bowling that came. But again, credit to Rinku. No matter how the bowling, to keep your composure, calm, hit, execute those shots. Amazing work by Rinku.
Absolutely. I mean, 29 runs needed. You're thinking that's a done match. 5 sixes. Then he does it.
And he does it.
And he does it.
And remember, 7 balls, 40 runs.
Exactly.
He hit a 6 and a 4 in the previous over.
Yeah.
And then 5 sixes.
6s. Man, what hitting.
True. नीचे जाना थोड़ा सा शिवम, please. अच्छा, okay.
Okay, so Shubham Garg is saying KKR has bowled more overs compared to the batter.
Compared to runs they've...
So runs conceded by them will always have more weightage. And I'm not taking that last point.
Then we take it.
No, I'm not going to take it. Simple division. I was bad in maths. Please. And this was the same thing that I had gone for a job application 7 years ago. The same NRR equation, the thing. I'm sure I didn't get the job.
Yeah.
So this is like pouring salt on my wound.
Okay, Rajneesh Jha is saying Rahul Tripathi is good when team needs or puts a target of 100 and 150, 60 run. Not sure when target is 180, 200. Also, why Brook got 15 CR is insane. I can name 14 England white ball players better than him. To answer the first bit, I'll try and answer the second bit. Any of you guys can take it. Rahul Tripathi is good when team needs to put a target of 100. I don't agree. In fact, he's better suited for that 180, 200.
Also, he's one of the few batters around at the moment who are very clear when it comes to expressing intent. We saw that in New Zealand as well. So, yeah, simple as that.
Disagree with that entirely, that first part. Also the second part. Because 14 England white ball players better than him. And this guy is the first choice in the 11. Automatically you're wrong. Especially considering of those at least 2-3 will be bowlers.
Yeah.
So he has to be good, and especially considering the fact that he's so young, already a 3-format
player.
I
agree with the 15 crore price tag. I mean...
Oh yeah, youth, potential, people getting carried away.
Yeah. So that they may have gotten carried away.
That is fair. Definitely I think SRH went a little stir crazy for Harry Brook.
No, but I think the craziest buy who's still not fulfilled his potential, Ben Stokes. I'm sorry, 16.25.
He is not going to bowl.
No, but in case of Ben Stokes, he's a proven performer. He's performed so often at that level. But I mean, I can still understand. But Harry Brook, yes, he's had a name for himself in international cricket. He's been impressive. But even then, I mean, 15 crore
was a lot.
Way too much. Okay, Manoj asked, any chance of Dhawan in World Cup squad instead of Ishan Kishan?
No way.
No, for 2 reasons. One, because Dhawan isn't a wicket keeper. And 2, because I think you've looked beyond Shikhar in T20 cricket.
Just to add to that, Kishan also may not be there.
Yes.
Exactly.
But yet they've got plenty of options. Now with KL wicket keeping coming down, you look at another wicketkeeper option. I mean, Sanju Samson, if he has a great season, you might look at him. So there'll be other options also to explore. I think he's not the only one. So
the third point I will add, still too early in the IPL. After 14 games, let's see.
And if you're looking at Dhawan as an opener, I think there'll be others that will put their hand up, and you might go with a younger option. Ruturaj Gaikwad is having an outstanding season, and he's been selected for the Indian team. Has been unlucky with injuries.
Yeah.
So he's still in their thoughts, right? The Indian team already has a lot of faith in him. He's just been very unlucky with injuries. Again, showing class. So it seems more likely they may go in with a youth than
correct.
Shikhar Dhawan. Let Harshit take one of these.
Sharan is asking, why are they crowding Yash Dayal in that last over? So many around that they lost the match from there.
Maybe what Sharan is trying to point out
I
is
got it, but what are your thoughts?
I think we spoke about it after the match got over. That even I felt that. That those team meetings happening every ball. Probably, I don't know if that was the case because there was a new captain today.
Which team wouldn't have had a meeting at that situation?
Exactly, that's the point. He got tongs for 3 sixes.
See, you get like 2-3 players, including the bowler there. 4 at my. I think I saw easily 5 players over there crowding him, including him.
It's
So, yeah.
also because
I clearly remember Rashid being there. I remember Miller being there. There was Shubman. There was the bowler himself, and there was one more. I felt there was a player extra over there maybe.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think there is some merit in what's being said there.
You want to know which team doesn't do a team meeting in a high pressure situation?
Chennai Super King.
Steve was Australian team. Remember 9 needed of 6 balls in that World Cup semi-final? Klusner first 2 balls,
Yeah.
4. They didn't huddle around and they didn't say what do we do. Fleming just said what do I do?
No,
Boss said, come around.
it happens with teams that have a strong captain. So even I doubt if CSK were in a position, anybody other than Dhoni would have gone.
correct.
Dhoni would have for sure.
If they
Nobody
were
else.
chasing, Dhoni would have charged down and had an argument with the umpires. That is another thing altogether. Yeah, I mean it happened.
It did happen. I remember.
CSK versus RR.
yeah, we know
And he
that.
was very lucky to not escape with the ban. He should have been
Even
banned.
2 escape with the man.
Yeah, that was they should have dealt with it.
he
a
clearly
bit
crossed the
more
line
in a
with that.
strict
I mean,
manner.
he
Yeah,
should have been banned
they
4-5
treated
games.
it. Yeah, I think it was just a rap on the knuckles at the end of it. What is Shubham Garg saying?
Do you guys think the problem with MI is that they have bought Rohit, Ishan Kishan and Cameron Green for 49.25 crores and they don't bring that value? They need to let go of Ishan or Green. It's a valid point because I think in 2022 when they promised Ishan Kishan, look, we'll get you back come what may, and every franchise and their dog sitting there knew that they're going to go for Ishan Kishan. Everyone just boosted up his price because they knew Mumbai would have to go for him. Absolutely wrecked their spending power for other players. And well, the result of it you're seeing now.
And I think there is acknowledgement there because Rohit Sharma, what he said after the match got over yesterday at the 1KD, he said that the big guys need to step up and that includes me. So he knows that.
Yeah, I mean Rohit, I don't think they're going to let go of him, but they will obviously ease him off captaincy gradually and they will look at somebody. I think Rohit himself would know how many, maybe a year, 2 year, I don't know, whatever is his plan. As for Green, I don't think they'll let go of him that early. His initial sort of a chance that he's got, so maybe persist with him. But Ishan could be a guy, I mean they'll let go of him and bid for him but may want him at a much lesser price.
Much lesser
If they
price.
don't get it, it's okay, somebody else will take him. But I think his price will do a correction if he continues to have the kind of season that he's having.
I think the same way KKR got Cummins back.
Oh, better yet, RR and Jaydev Unadkat.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Sure.
12
It
points
happens.
down to 1 point.
Come out of it please, Shivam. Just no, leave it. Aiden's kya? Vaibhav Tarangi is saying, Are yaar, I just said leave it. It's okay now.
It's gone.
Leave it now, Shivam, leave it. Are leave it. Raj Das Gupta says,
Litton in for Gurbaz. For KKR was SRH at Eden.
No. Gurbaz is your best opener right now. How do you drop him? How can you justify dropping him? Not a chance.
yeah, even
I'm not dropping Gurbaz here. Sorry.
Also, you don't want a 10th opening combination. I think since 2022, KKR have tried 9 opening
Exactly.
combinations and only once have they gotten a 50 plus stand without losing a wicket.
Exactly. I think today what opening pair you had looks fine. I would stick with that for the time being
Yes.
because you came in with Jagadisan, who's a natural
You've
opener.
just brought him in, you have to persist with him like for a couple of games and then maybe you can shuffling if you feel like.
But I think you need to give them at least 3-4 games because again, consistency doesn't come in a game or two.
Yeah.
You want a settled opening pair, then your middle order looks better. By the way, why was it like even today, someone like Nitish Rana played a decent knock? Because you had Venkatesh Iyer set such a nice platform for them. And that's the point of having a good start. You need your openers to provide you that start, so it takes a little pressure off the middle order. Yes, they can't do it every game, but with Kolkata, they're doing it in none of the games.
Yeah.
So you need settled.
Going at the rate that KKR are, I'm reminded of the time that England had to find an opening combination once Strauss and Cook were out of the picture. They tried some 15-16 odd combinations in Test cricket and nothing seemed to have worked for the longest time.
Siddharth.
Ritvika K from the US is saying, so happy we finally got our first win in the Markram era. Hope Brook fires soon. We have always had explosive overseas openers right from Gilly, Warner and add one more name to that list,
Johnny Besto.
So Rituka is a SRH.
SRH fan.
Yes.
We know her allegiances now.
Yes. Had a very catchy song though.
No, it was catchy for all the wrong
Shivam
reasons.
Nietzsche.
It's comical, but it's good.
Raj, today he's busy doing something else, I'm guessing, right?
Busy today.
Yeah. That's
He's
why
been busy sending me a lot of messages.
but concentrate on him. This is okay. Reel can go up later. By the way, now that Shivam informs us, do check out the reel. This is Shane celebrating today's victory, being a KKR fan. And there's a lot of effort that has gone into making that particular reel this time, just as it was last time around. So do check it out on our Insta handle after the show is over.
Yeah.
And tomorrow tomorrow we'll have a poll asking you guys as to which one you enjoyed more.
Good option.
Yes.
Good option. Okay, last year, Hardeep Singh says, last year also SRH had lost back-to-back games. Then next match they won against Punjab and then won 4 back-to-back games. Punjab knows how to make SRH owner Kavya happy.
Never mind the fans. They aren't very happy with this thing.
Exactly.
But Kavya Varan.
Yeah, there's one more guy I would like to add who comes in most of the SRH games, and we don't talk much about Venkatesh.
Yeah,
Venkatesh.
The actor Venkatesh, yeah.
Fantastic actor and a very, very passionate Sunrisers Hyderabad supporter.
Fitmong wants to know Rinku and Tripathi will be in the scheme of things for T20 World Cup next year. Ooh, it's a long time away, by the way. I think the Indian team management also, or the brains behind Indian cricket, is also not thinking of T20 World Cup and teams right now. Again, too early.
Yeah.
I think all the focus will be on 50 over cricket, and your T20 team will pretty much remain the same under Hardik Pandya. That's my feeling going forward. Anyway, not too much T20 cricket till the time the 50 over World Cup is over.
Correct.
I think after that is when you start thinking, won't you have another IPL before the T20 World Cup? So, lot of time.
Absolutely.
Lot of time.
Plus with Tripathi, he's kind of sort of already in the scheme of things a little bit.
He
Yeah.
is. He was
Rinku
in the
though,
squad.
I think Rinku.
And I remember Hardik praising him also on one of the knocks.
Yeah, it was the one where he scored quick fire 30.
Yeah. So he's already there.
Yep. More?
कहाँ जा रहे हैं भाई शिवम? वो छोड़ दो यार. Okay.
Piyush Nandre is like asking us, pick best and worst performer out of all 15 crore buys.
15 crore plus buys.
15 crore buys.
Ishan Kishan worst. I mean, with more than a season now, that's fair. Because at least with Brook,
Chahar was 14 crores, right?
No.
Deepak Chahar, yeah, 14.
14 or more. 14.
can you rate his performance though? He's barely played.
I'm just trying to recall because
Exactly.
Best. Who are the expensive buys first, quickly?
You see, Sam Curran, I would say so far, Sam Curran has been the worst so far.
Worst?
So far, yes.
No, he's okay.
we're just talking
Not
this
as
season,
bad
are we?
as... Yeah.
Yeah, the recent buys.
Sam Curran, Cam Green, then Nicholas Puran, Ben Stokes, Harry Brook.
Harry Brook also, not a great time.
Yeah. Now, why I picked Kishan was because he was picked for that price in 2022. So he had
But this season you saw.
This season, then I think my pick who for I thought would flop, Stokes. He's
Harry
not bold. Stokes.
Stokes.
He's not even bold, unfortunately.
It was not well last time. I don't know. I think Harry Brook for now. Puran is fine. I think he can be the best.
Yeah, Puran is actually marginally, relatively the best. Yes.
Yep.
Had a couple of decent
But
knocks.
too early, yeah. This poll, Piyush will do this a little later as the tournament gets going. Show us the poll results, yeah.
42-58 in favor of Rahul Tripathi. So much like us, our audience also agrees. Certainly, the jury did not.
Yeah. Chalo, it's been a long night.
Yep. Now you'll go home and watch those
Highlights.
No, yeah, definitely.
Will you jump there also?
But now I'll be calm because now I can actually enjoy the moment, soak it in.
Soak it in.
Yes, correct. Because otherwise you're kind of caught up in the moment. It's like, oh, I want my team to win. Oh, they're losing. Oh, they
Lie
won.
down wearing his Lux cozy.
Looks cozy. Yes.
It must feel a lot more
Aram.
cozier today, the
What is the
jersey, huh?
Yeah, Ram, come on.
Aram. something like
Yes. That's the line.
Well, we're just endorsing brands here, Ram.
To be fair, I'm wearing it.
Again,
Yeah, what's the-
That's right. Before we wind up, okay, as always, our cricket exchange is up on the SportsTak app. SportsTak.com is the website. If you like fantasy gaming, please participate in this. It's very different to the fantasy Dream 11s and other 11s that you make, because this requires a lot of cricketing acumen, because this is a stock market where prices of a player go up and down. So again, I've explained it before, if you're a blue chip company, top rated company, you have to do very well for your stock to go up, because that is expected out of you. And if you do not even play at par, then your stock will fall. Whereas if you're a very low stock, a newish player, or not very highly rated, even a slight performance will see your stock go up. So and you really have to have a very bad day for you to come down. So just as how the stock market works, this works. All you need to do is predict the top 3 gainers and top 3 losers. If you get your 6 predictions right, you stand a chance to win a lot of cash prize. It's just like every other gaming that you do. You have a wallet, so you can charge your wallet and then you can participate in the context, and your money then multiplies if you get your prediction right. So quickly telling you about today's game. We usually get the gainers first, but Shivam's decided that we'll have the top 3 losers in the Gujarat versus KKR game. So the top 3 losers are Rahul Tripathi. Poor guy didn't even get
Do
to
anything.
That's the problem.
That's the problem. So his
This
stock,
is where the
And
game
that
is
to the
far.
maximum 20% limit.
yeah, he's fallen. So starting value was 400, fallen to 320. Shardul Thakur also got hammered.
Vijay Shankar.
Vijay Shankar is responsible for that. So his stock is fallen 15%. And then David Miller, his stock, he also never got a chance to.
One
He
of 2.
did 2 of 3. Huh?
Just like
And
barely
what
2 or
balls?
3
He
balls
didn't
to
play
ball.
cricket now, he was playing football. You remember Rashid
Yeah.
on the boundary?
So based on that, his stock is fallen 13.7%. Who are the gainers?
Maybe Tewati are not doing much. 20.
The top 3 gainers, no surprise, are the man in the center, Rinku Singh. His stock has gone up 19.3% from 190 to 226. Sai Sudarshan's, his stock has gained more than that of Rinku
Because I think
Back to
his-
back 50s.
Yes, that's right.
maybe, yeah, so 19.4%. And Suyash Sharma, the new rising star, looks very different in this picture than he looks while playing.
Yeah, because the hairs are a lot shorter.
Yeah, 19.1% his stock has risen. So as I'm saying, you check this game out. It's very interesting, very different to what you've been playing so far. Cricket Exchange is the name of the contest. Is that it, sir?
Yes, it is.
He
but
says yes.
Sai Sudarshan, Rinku Singh, but man, I feel bad for AB Tewati.
He did
Get to
nothing.
bowl, didn't get to bat.
And his stock falls.
14%.
In the top 3 losers, Yash Dayal is also not there.
Yeah.
Why? Because his stock must have been low, na?
His stock would have been really low and now it's probably plummeted.
Yeah.
Circuit breakers.
Maybe,
have been installed.
I was going to say that.
The stock had a
They had to
bloodbath.
stop trading. You weren't allowed to trade for circuit breaker.
Circuit breakers.
Come after 1.5 hours.
A bloodbath in that small chip company,
Excellent.
unfortunately.
King says we need Manas Labuskakhne in the IPL.
Barely plays ODI cricket well.
Vaibhav Tarangi is saying great to see smile on Kavya's face. So many Kavya fans, yeah.
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 And he says Tripathi is the most underrated batter of the IPL. That's true. He's quite underrated.
Yep.
Chalo.
Wow.
On that note, thank you so much for your company. It's indeed been a super Sunday.
Super Sunday,
Absolutely.
yes. And this match
Will it be a manic Monday?
Well, it is Royal Challengers Bangalore versus the Lucknow Super Giants.
Good game.
KL Rahul versus. I think it's in their.
Chinnaswamy.
It's in
Chinnaswamy,
Yeah, because
yeah.
High scoring game.
Yes.
Potentially, yes.
Potentially, yes.
Rahul 100 tomorrow.
If he gets it, please. Be my
You're
guest.
rooting for it the last
I was, but now I've decided I'll not root for it because when I started, his form somehow plummeted.
Yeah.
So,
he finished with 20 on the other.
yeah.
He rated 100, he was just 80 runs off.
Just.
That's it. Just 80 runs.
Yep.
Chalo.
Okay, final question I'll take. Rajneesh Jha.
Okay.
Which is the most hostile ground you have ever been to? For me, it's Edgbaston. Since you have covered cricket throughout the world, what are the most toxic hostile grounds? Ooh. Very interesting question.
Would be Gabba.
Football, I can give you. One of the most hostile crowds I saw was Ibrox in Glasgow.
Oh, yes.
Oh man, I saw a Rangers versus Celtic game.
Oh.
Man,
Oh, it is.
man.
There's one today as well, right?
Is it?
there?
Rangers Celtic.
Is it a Glasgow derby? I don't know.
The old firm derby, yeah.
I think it is.
I'll have to
Both
check.
logged in at 100 points something like that.
Maybe, yeah. I'm not sure. But that is one of the most hostile
I
crowds.
felt so nervous.
No,
even before the
that's
start.
Wrexham. No.
They tell you,
that's the
oh,
other.
don't have
Wrexham,
intelligence,
yeah.
don't have this, otherwise
Yeah,
you'll
yeah,
be
yeah.
in trouble.
Very hostile.
Yeah.
So that's
It's on sectarian lines, no?
yes,
So
and it's far more than any EPL rivalry. Because that's more spoken about. London clubs, their rivalry, or Liverpool, United, and all of that. But nothing compares. I've seen a few of those. Nothing compares to.
It's the oldest in the world, right? The old firm.
one of the oldest, definitely.
I think the one that comes close to it is the East Bengal Mohun Bagan crowd. I have seen a few of those
Correct.
Kolkata derbies as well. So again, very hostile. But yeah, you are talking about cricket, huh? The most hostile ground. Good question. It's not hostile, but intimidating. I'm going to take. It's one of my favorite grounds also. I take you to the old ARG, Antigua Recreation Ground, and they're not hostile in the sense they're not aggressive, but they're a vocal crowd. They enjoy, they're high on their spirits, they love their cricket, and they think that, and this is the old West Indies team I'm talking about, when they were in their pomp and they were so used to winning. They treat every other visiting team as
With disdain.
like, come on, we're the king. And they make you feel like that from the outside. I enjoy that banter. So it's not ugly, by the way. I know what he's talking about. But I'm saying the kind of confidence that they have and the kind of things that they say. Each of the person sitting in the stand thinks he's bigger than Viv Richards. He knows cricket. He'll probably even quote Sachin Tendulkar on the outside. So I like that. But they're not hostile. They're nice. I mean, they're arrogant.
Confidently arrogant.
Confidently arrogant. Yeah, brash maybe. So that is one. But really hostile would be, I don't know. And Kiwis are so nice.
I thought you would say Barbados, maybe Kensington Oval.
No, but again, as I said, they're not hostile. They could have been in the 70s. I didn't travel. I believe at that time it was, because I read a few, like, you read Gavaskar's autobiography, and there are moments where they were really baying for blood. They would ask for it.
Yes.
So I didn't cover at that time. So I'm saying South Africa also not that
Maybe
intimidating.
Sydney.
No.
Sydney, Gabba.
Australia could be the only one that would come close, because South Africa not so much. As I said, Zimbabwe I've been to, England also. In cricket not so much.
The word hostility.
In fact, the Indian crowds are more hostile
Yeah.
Then the English crowds,
in England.
correct.
They dominate. So again,
Even in England, you'll have vocal crowds. You won't have
not for
boisterous.
cricket. Not for cricket.
Oh, if a certain test match crowds, you get
but
vocal.
I'm saying they're not. Yeah.
They won't be boisterous in the way, say, football crowds are. But then that's also because they're priced out, let's say.
Yeah. So not even the English crowd. I think there's more hostility when I've seen India, Pakistan in the UK.
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
A lot of hostility. That could be the most hostile crowd. Whether it's Edgbaston, you're right. But the game has to be India, Pakistan, and not India, England. So that way, yes, very
Old
hostile.
Trafford 2019. Oh, but you weren't there. 2019.
No, I didn't travel. No, but I've covered games in Old Trafford. But as I said, it has to be India, Pakistan. Yes, then it'll be India, England. Not that hostile, because English crowds, the cricket crowd at least, are not very hostile. UAE though, no. In fact, you'd be surprised. UAE, there's not a lot of hostility. Even India, Pakistan, not a lot of hostility, at least now. Because a lot of them are office mates. They come together to watch.
Yeah.
Because I think in places like UAE, a lot of the Middle Eastern countries, India, Pakistan, the immigrants have been integrated for so long.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're all office mates. They're all working together. So they make a plan together, we go. And there's a lot of good
natured rivalry.
In fact, the more hostility between India and Pakistan is in UK more than it is in UAE. UAE though, they're mostly friends. Because they're all, in the sense, outsiders, all working as immigrants, as he said. So not so much. But foreign crowd, if there is one country, I think the Aussies would be, but also not too hostile or intimidating. So there'd be a few rogues here and there, but
the few
overall,
ultras in some cities. But
overall, cricket is that way, gentleman's game. Indeed. Not very bad. Football gets worse. Nidah's Trophy also. Bangladesh is hostile crowd.
Yeah.
Bangladesh is hostile.
2018, the hostility that the Sri Lankans showed to the Bangladeshis, man, it was next level. Nidah's Trophy.
Yes.
That was but Sri Lankan crowd also amazing. Not hostile at all.
Excellent, yeah.
Very, very good. Enough. Thank you. Bye bye. It's been a long night.
Yes.
See you. Good night.
Good night.
Poll result. We talk.
We can
Rahul
end it
Tripathi.
now.
Good night.
Good night.